Hey guys, Will here. Today I'm going to be telling you my thoughts and hopes for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So let's get right into the video. First off, I want to say this was announced about a year ago, a bit more I believe, more than a year, but I did not hear about this when it was first coming out. I heard about it a few months ago, and when I first heard about it, I thought, well, it'll be cool, but just for younger people mostly. But the more and more I actually did some research into it, I thought, wow, this could actually be pretty fun for me personally. Now, I want to say first that the rides, they don't look that good. What looks good is everything, the city itself. The rides, the Millennium Falcon ride, it doesn't look that good. Neither does the Rise of the Resistance, although the Rise of the Resistance ride could have some potential to be quite good. What is very enticing to me is the city itself, with the different shops, the tavern, or rather the cantina, and just the things that are around the city, as well as the hotel, although the hotel will cost astronomical prices, so even if I end up going to start the Galaxy's Edge, I really don't think I'll end up in the hotel because, who has that kind of money? So it was said before that there's a bounty hunter and you can get bounties placed on your head. I'm not sure how this will work though, because I don't see what the bounty hunter could do to you. I feel like this land itself could be way better off suited simply for adults, because you could have the bounty hunter come arrest the adults, throw them in jail for say an hour, and they have to leave all their belongings out. And the thing is, an adult would get it. The adult would be like, oh, that's part of the experience, as well as a teenager, which is what I am. But somebody who's older understands what it means, while somebody who's younger, that could never happen because, they just that wouldn't be something that they'd be down for. Another thing that I thought about the prison stuff is in the hotel, there's an area labeled the Brig, and I honestly have no clue how this will work, because they released the schematics for the hotel, the room layout and stuff, and it looked pretty cool. There's a dojo, which is probably just a fancy word for a gym, but the Brig is what I'm really intrigued about, because if that's something that is actually worked into the experience of Galaxy's Edge, I don't know how that would work, but I think it would be pretty awesome. Another thing I thought was quite interesting is in the cantina, it's the first place in Disneyland, I believe, to serve alcoholic beverages, which means that for Galaxy's Edge, they do see very much an adult demographic that's coming to Galaxy's Edge, and they know there will be some kids. That's why there's stuff for kids to do. I personally think if they made this for adults only, I'd be fine with that. I'd wait the extra 3 years to come and do the experience. This is something that if they made it for adults, I think the potential for it is just unboundless. But I do see where they want it to be for all ages. And the thing is, I'm not really sure if a typical kid who's going there will like it. I would have loved it because I've been a Star Wars fan since I was 3 years old. But just your average kid who comes in there just to see what's up, I don't think they'll really like it that much. They'll enjoy the rides, but apart from that, it's only a one in, one out. Another thing I read in an article, they said it was possibly a multi-day experience, and the person said it would be possibly that you could come one day, they'd fill you in on stuff, and then you get the rest of the days to just explore and do the stuff that you want. And I think personally that would be a crazy awesome experience. I would save up my money for that, because that is something which is like you immerse yourself into the world of Star Wars as opposed to being just another land in Disney World. I personally could see the best stuff for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is if they just make it for adults only, or like late teenagers and adults, because I could see them still making their money, because I don't think they're going to be open for a ton of people. I think you're going to have to reserve your tickets quite a while and reserve to get into the park, because I don't think they're going to allow too many people in. And I think they'd still make the same amount of money if they just limited the age, and I think they could make it much more of an immersive Star Wars experience, because that's what I really want to see from this park. I want to see a Star Wars experience, like you're actually living in the galaxy. So I think if they made it for just like adults, or for like late teens and adults, they could have everyone come in costume. And the thing is, there's so many Star Wars fans who would be like, yes, this is something that I want to do. And there'd be so many people who'd be like, yeah, I want to immerse myself in this universe. I think if Disneyland and Disney World really focused on making this experience like you're living in the Star Wars galaxy, and made it like you have to sign something which saying that, you could be jailed for like an hour with nothing to do, or like you could be arrested or something. Stuff that would make it like you're actually living there, and not just like it's another random Disney World stuff, which personally I don't want to see from this. I don't want to see it just, oh look, there's some rides, oh look, there's some people dressed up as stormtroopers, oh look, there's a cantina, oh look, there's a shop. I want it to be like, there's the Star Wars cantina with that cool DJ guy, I don't want it to be like just another thing. I want it to be something that really has the immersion that should be in this. I want it to, you be able to immerse yourself in this, and not just be another land in Disneyland and Disney World. Because the thing for me is like, to me it looks like it's kind of like playing a video game, but in real life. And that's something that appeals to me greatly. And this is why I'm so passionate about this, and why I want it to be so good, is because this is something that's like crazy to me. That they have the potential or opportunity to make this the most immersive Star Wars experience ever. Like, going to Star Wars Celebration or this, you'd want to go to this as opposed to that. Even though right now it's like most people, they'd rather go to Star Wars Celebration as opposed to Disneyland if they're a Star Wars fan. Also, the hotel looks fabulous the way it is. Everything, it's like you're going to be in a Star Wars building or in a Star Wars spaceship. All the staff is going to be in character, which is something I'm super hyped for, even throughout the whole park, is that everyone's going to be in character. Everyone's going to be playing their role in this experience for you, which, as I said, brings the immersion to it partially. But as I said, the hotel I'll probably never go to, because it's going to cost probably, for the experience and the hotel, over $1,000. And I really don't have that kind of money, and I'll probably never have that kind of money just to waste on a quick thing. If I really want to, I might, when I'm like 30, after having a job for 15 years. But I'll probably never end up in the hotel, which is something that I'd really want to do, because the hotel, for me, makes part of the experience. It's like you're living there. You go to the city, then you go to your hotel, and you're still in the Star Wars universe. You never leave the Star Wars universe. And that's something I want to see, where everyone has like they get to pick an outfit they get to wear that would fit in with the Star Wars universe. So you're not just seeing, a random guy in a Nike tracksuit, as opposed to seeing, a guy in a pilot uniform. So overall, what I just want from this is something that can really appeal to, the teenager and adult demographic. Because I feel like that's who's going to be coming here the most. I feel like the kids will enjoy it, kind of. But it's those who are actually passionate about Star Wars who will just love it. And I personally believe that there are enough that they could change it to appeal to those people. Because I think there are enough of those people that would go there. And they'd still be making the same amount of money. Because I don't think they're going to let so many people in. I think it's going to be pretty exclusive that you'll have to reserve your tickets like a year in advance to go, because they're not going to have enough room, because they're trying to make this immersive. I think, personally, it will be good. I think it will be good. I don't think it will be great, but I think it will be pretty good, and I'll definitely save up money to go there. But am I really as excited about it? I mean, I'm pretty excited about it, but, I just don't think that all the kiddie stuff's really going to make me want to go there. Like, the Millennium Falcon ride really doesn't look that good. And the fact that there's going to be, like, a ton of toy shops and stuff, I don't know. It just doesn't appeal to me. I think if there's shops that are selling, like, artifacts from the Star Wars universe, that's something that I'd love to go to and see, like, oh, wow, look at that. It's like a piece of Luke Skywalker's blaster. Or just stuff that would appeal to Star Wars fans. I think they need more of that. Well, sorry for rambling, guys. And that about rounds up the video. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Leave any discussions, questions, or video ideas in the comment section below. Keep it positive, and peace out.